Alright. Back at Ciel's place. Where she kidnapped us.
Kinda.
Pulled us out of the rain.
Yes.
We were planning to just, I don't know, die on a bench because we were sad.
Yeah. He was in a little depressive state, so... Yeah.
Like, oh no, I killed someone. I guess I'll just die on a bench. And then Ciel's like, hey, maybe don't though.
Right.
Want to come back to my place? Ciel is carrying a large number of plastic bags. Looks like she did some shopping. Probably because she didn't have enough food for 2 people in her house.
Possibly.
Or she went and bought you clothes.
Wow.
Man, the church is paying you good.
Yeah.
安物ですけど、濡れた服よりずっといいです。お風呂もそろそろ沸きますから、お湯に浸かってゆっくりすれば、少しは気持ちも紛れますよ。
And now you're asking him to undress,
And bathe.
get naked, take a bath, and then put on new clothes that you just bought for him.
Yeah.
All right, Senpai. Kind of forward, but Ciel has thought of everything. Drawing a bath, getting me a change of clothes. She's doing this all for me. But I don't deserve any of it. Yeah, this is the only piece so far that we couldn't have done last time because we weren't allowed to accept reality.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
At least I don't think we were allowed to accept reality
think you could
normally.
on first playthrough.
Because it just outright told us we weren't allowed.
Yeah, it's that when we tried to pick and weren't able to.
俺帰るからこれ以上迷惑はかけられない
I button up my shirt, pick up my jacket, and walk towards the front door. I don't know where I'll go, but I know I can't stay in this room. Thank you for buying me nice clothes. Bye.
Well, some cheap stuff that isn't wet, but he doesn't feel like he deserves any of it.
ダメですってば。そんな真っ青な顔で出歩くなんて、せめてきちんと温まってから。
Ciel reaches out. She grabs for my shoulder as I brush past, trying to stop me. I move to knock her hand aside, but I misjudge it and punch her square in the face.
Oh. Oh,
And
wait.
just like
knock
that,
his glasses off
the
or
world
something?
around me inverts.
Everything's coming apart.
Everything is coming apart. Reality fractures and imminent death seeps in through the cracks. Ciel apparently has a death line just on her arm. Like if you just cut off that little bit of her arm, she dies immediately.
Well, her arm will anyway. She's got her other arm, her chest, yeah. One on her head.
This is a world where annihilation is only ever a breath away. A world that only a monster who kills without reason can see. In this world.
あ、メガネ。ごめんなさい。私の不注意でした。
I'm not sure you could afford
弁
that.
償しますから。
Luckily, they're pretty strong.
Like, I'm not sure you could afford Toko, to be honest. Because you'd kind of just need Toko to make another pair.
Probably.
Because, Aoko's not around to just clone them like she did last time. Death is scrawled across this kind soul scrambling to pick up my glasses.
Mm. Yeah.
I swallow the scream. Did you?
Well,
What?
maybe he means he screamed and then stopped.
Apparently he swallowed the scream crawling up his throat, which I don't believe for a second. I grab my hand as it instinctively rises to gouge out my own eyes.
Yeah.
No, this is only the way things look. It doesn't mean it's happening. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Ah, but the lines on her face running red like blood. Just like the
I don't
woman
think
in
he
white.
means it quite like that, but yeah.
I feel like he does.
Hard to say.
Just like the moment that made me a murderer.
It's more like guilt right now.
Scrawled all over the person who saved me, I see those same red lines of death. Except for the blue ones. I'll do it again. I won't be able to help it. This is beyond the bounds of rational thought. This is beyond the question of my sanity. I should hurry up and accept it. This is what I am. This
Animal.
animal is what I've always been. Wherever I go, I bring hell with me. To some dark, hidden part of me, meaningless destruction feels like the most natural thing in the world. No, that's not true. Boob line. I can't hear Ciel's voice,
But she looks disappointed.
but I can see the warmth in her eyes.
Mm.
I don't know, that kind of looks like... Yeah, I'm kind of with you. That sort of looks like disappointment more than anything else, but... Even if the world around me looks like hell, reality still exists beneath and beyond it. Deep at the bottom of my soul, I find that truth. If Ciel can look at me with such warmth, and if I can still recognize that as kindness, then what my eyes show me can't be all there is. My heartbeat, pounding fit to burst, finally slows. I pick my glasses up from the floor and gently put them back on. It's all I can do to keep from breaking down. I collapse onto the floor with a great sigh. Once again, I've made a fool of myself in front of Ciel, but at least my thoughts and my vision are back to normal.
That's something.
よかった落ち着きましたか遠野くん
I raise my head to see her there. It's looking completely normal.
ほらやっぱり満足に歩けないじゃないですか体が冷え切っていること分かってくれました
She extends her hand towards me, flashing a teasing smile. Her eyes say, "Told you so."
Yeah.
Despite seeing me go to pieces, she's acting like nothing happened.
ごめんでも今の
I
は
mean, you're not
体の
fine
問題じゃな
physically
くて
either.
いえ体の問題です一人で立ち上がれないのをちゃんと理解してくださいほら力が全然入っていないじゃないですか今の遠野くんなら私一人でもひょいっと運べちゃいそうで
What do
す
you mean even?
Yeah, but you could probably do that on a normal day. With
Yeah.
that, Ciel grabs my arm and pulls.
ちょっと
Now, if you won't get naked on your own, I'll strip you right here. She hauls me back to the middle of the room. Wow, I didn't think she'd really be able to carry me.
Yeah.
遠野くん
If only you knew.
今日はお家に帰れないんでしょ
You can't go to your house, right?
Well,
Are you sure Akiha can't bring a car to pick him up?
well, you see, if I stay here, I definitely can't go back to my house because Aki is gonna lose her mind if she finds out I spent the night with a girl, like at her apartment, in her bedroom.
もう今夜の用意をしてきちゃったんですからいい加減覚悟を決めてください
Oh boy.
覚悟って先輩
He's really not using her name. Just saying.
Yeah. Well,
ちゃんと体を温めて夕ご飯を食べてしっかりするまで帰らないでくださいそんな顔をしたまま出て行かれたら気になって眠れないじゃないですか
The pain in my chest now is different from what I felt before. I sigh with my head bowed. Her concern is heartbreaking. I'm happy. So happy that I could cry, but on the other hand, her kindness terrifies me.
なんで
はい何ですか遠野くん
なんでそこまでするんですか
Gesundheit.
先輩俺には
yeah.
I just, like, I cubified a girl, like, a few hours ago. I killed someone.
俺はダメなんですさっきすごい間違いをしてしまって責任も取らずに逃げてきて
Well, he's dancing around the
死んでもいい
subject.
とさえ思ったのに
Even now, I'm trying to find refuge in Ciel. To run away from my sin. To run away from the fact that I took someone's life with my own hands.
俺の間違いはどんなことをしても許されない いや、許されちゃいけないことだと思う。だからダメなんです。こんな風に先輩に優しくしてもらう資格なんて俺にはないんです。
Gesundheit.
はあ、遠野くん、
Yeah.
自分が悪い人だって思い込みたいんですね。あなたはずっと
No,
そ
he
うやっ
doesn't
て
mean
裁
like
かれる時を待っていた
generally.
み
He
たいで
means
す。
specifically right now.
And possibly in general, but like definitely right now.
Uh,
けどそう思うということは遠野くん自身が自分の行動にまだ確信が持てないということでしょ。あなたはいつも自分が悪いと思っている。今日はその
no,
最たる
I
もの
was
だ
like
った。
really in the
で
wrong
もそれ
today.
が本当にいいことだったのか悪いことだったのか。
No, there's a very definite way of knowing that what I did was wrong.
Um,
だからそんな風に一方的に自分を追い詰めてはっきりさせるしかないんですよね。
いや、それは。
no,
No,
no.
no, that's really not what's going on.
I don't mean like in a general sense of my self-esteem or anything.
I can't quite bring myself to disagree. I accept what I did, but I can't quell my doubts. Why would I do something like that? I still don't know what was wrong with me or if I'm really where the problem lies. Maybe that girl was the problem. Maybe she just has a murderable face. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, who knows?
No, there's one thing I know for sure. For as long as I live, I'll never understand the feelings that I had in that moment.
ですが私は遠野くんの犯した間違いというものが何であるかは分かりません。ぶっちゃけて言えばそんなこと
Any
どう
option
で
to
も
be
いいです。
honest about that?
It might matter if you knew that we just chopped a cute girl into tiny bits.
Yeah, that might matter just a little to you.
遠野くんは優しくされる資格がないって言いますけど、それは遠野くんだけの都合です。私が遠野くんに優しくするのは遠野くんのためじゃないんですか
And
ら。
again, maybe Ciel
そん
knows.
なに気にしないで
Would
く
know
だ
it's
さい。
like, oh, well, she's a vampire. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
俺のためじゃない。
It's not like you killed a person.
Yeah.
Huh?
By church policy, that's actually just totally okay.
あれ
はい。そのですね。私が遠野くんに優しくしてあげたいからこ
Pastime.
うしているん
Yeah,
です。
you know how I said I really
No,
like having
certainly.
lunch with younger
私の
men?
趣味です。
I also like inviting them back to my
Tono-kun
house, giving them
の
dinner,
事情はあまり関係ありません。
and giving them new clothes, telling them to get naked and take a bath.
Yeah.
You know, it's just part of my hobbies.
It's something she does. She likes to entertain young men in her apartment.
Hashtag just CL things.
Yeah.
I had a first year over here yesterday.
仮にあなたが悪人でも私は手を差し伸べます。まあそんなことは100歩譲ってもないでしょうけど。
I'm just saying, if you were a bad person, God says I still have to help you.
Hmm.
What does God have to do with it? Nothing. Don't question that.
趣味って先輩、人助けが趣味なんですか？
And kind of my job, sort of.
Kinda.
I can't help but make light of her strange assertion.
It is an odd thing to say.
Ciel doesn't take offense. If anything, she seems proud of herself.
今回は人助けではなく一人になりたがっている男の子を
Uh,
無理やり引きとどめて楽しんでいる悪人ですが。
Shiki, you attract some strange people.
This time I'm not helping. I'm just kidnapping younger men because it seemed like fun.
She likes trapping boys in her room. Okay?
And then taking away their original clothes and dressing them up in clothes she bought.
Picked out.
This is just an abduction case.
I think Shiki got
Oh my
abducted. Yeah.
Shikitsu got abducted.
Akiya needs to send an Amber Alert.
Kohaku! Kohaku, help!
Yeah.
I think I've been abducted.
遠野くんにとっては迷惑でしょうけど、
Oh.
たちの悪い先輩に捕まったと思って観念してください。
I need an adult.
I mean, it's kind of cute, but let's just remember all the other women that have been doing stuff like this to him.
I need an adult.
Arak and Noelle, it's like,
Compared to Yushki, I am an adult.
just resign yourself to your fate, Shiki.
She smiles as she speaks. It's a gentle, protective smile.
That also says
And
you
yet
have no
I
choice.
feel
in the matter.
I'm in danger. With that, my heart finally cracks. The person in front of me is just said that she would help Shiki Tono, someone not even I can trust. And if I were evil, she'd help me anyway, just because she wanted to. No matter how unforgivable my sins. And in those words, I find salvation.
そっか。ありがとう、先輩。
Not for believing in me, but for being here with me. My wicked upperclassman. I let out a breath I realized I was
い
holding.
えいえ、礼には及びません。だって私、遠野くんの先輩ですから。
You are, well, yeah, the senpai, I guess.
I bow my head, thanking her from the bottom of my heart. As dreadful as the sound of my own heart was before, I realize that it once again beats with warmth. I really don't deserve her. But as long as I'm in her presence, the thought that I am evil has no authority over me.
So, did your wicked upperclassmen strip you, or what? How did we get a follow up on that?
I listen to the sound of the rain. Or it could be Ciel relieving herself in the other room, who knows. In the end, I couldn't turn down Ciel's kindness. I took a bath and put on the pajamas she got for me. After treating me to dinner, albeit a simple one of convenience store food, she convinced me to take her bed, which I am now trying to fall asleep in. Ciel laid a futon on the nearby floor and went to sleep. I was dead set against sleeping in her bed, but...
ここ安作りですから床は冷えるんです。風邪をひき始めている人にはおすすめできません。どうぞ私のベッドを
Isn't
使
that
ってく
bad
だ
for
さい。
you?
ちょっとはマシです。
How do you figure?
I mean, for Ciel, if she's gonna sleep on the floor and get sick.
Well, he would get sick because of the pre-existing, like,
Yeah,
wet
okay.
rain
I mean,
soakage
I guess it would be
situation.
worse for him.
いや、ベッドって先輩の？
No, the other one, Shiki.
Yeah.
The second one I clearly have.
そうですよ。あ、気にしないでください。
Huh?
あまり使ってませんから新品同様です。
I haven't used it much.
Because you're out fighting vampires all night?
Where have you been sleeping then? Oh, around. You know.
Yeah. Places.
Sometimes I like to meet younger men and
Well.
いいですよね。日本のベッド、ふかふかで幸せです。
Huh.
and that's how I ended up in Ciel's bed.
I see.
I stare blankly up at the ceiling. It's an ordinary apartment that pales in comparison to the Tono mansion, yet somehow it feels so spacious. My senses must still be numb, or maybe Ciel's concern for me is so overwhelming that it's making me feel minuscule in comparison. We chatted like usual during dinner, Ciel being her normal, cheerful self.
Okay.
We talked about school, about a bunch of shops I've never heard of, all sorts of things. There was no lull in the conversation. I wasn't able to offer anything interesting, but talking helped my crazed mind regain normalcy bit by bit. I felt both guilty and happy. I'm not sure what to think anymore. I killed someone a few hours ago, and now I'm getting flustered about sleeping in a girl's bed like I'm a normal high school boy.
Yeah.
Funny,
Well.
I thought that I would never get to do that again. What, sleep in a girl's bed or
Get
be a
flustered.
normal high school boy?
Be kind of normal. I mean, he was planning on dying in that park, basically.
In my sleepless state, I find my gaze wandering. To Ciel on the floor. What do I do now? Where do I go from here? Completely lost. I did get dragged here kind of half-conscious, so I actually just don't know where I am.